All right, let's talk for a minute. What I'm about to share is something that genuinely got my attention, and not a lot does anymore. I'm not here to hype you up or sell you on anything. I just want to offer a different perspective. See, I've been around business for a long time. I've seen companies go from an idea to scaling to eventually being sold. I've been involved in multiple ventures, including in the travel space. So when I look at something like this, I'm not looking at it emotionally. I'm looking at it logically. I'm asking, does this make sense? Is this positioned right? And is this something people are already doing anyway? And that's where travel comes in. Travel is one of the few industries that doesn't need to be sold. People are already doing it. Every single year, families are booking vacations, couples are planning trips, people are traveling for business. That's happening whether you're involved or not. We're talking about an industry that does trillions of dollars a year, and it's not going anywhere. But here's the interesting part. The way people book travel hasn't really changed all that much. Most people still do the same thing. They open up a browser, check a few different websites, compare prices, scroll through reviews, and eventually pick something that looks like a decent deal. And then comes that little thought in the back of their head. Did I actually get the best price or just the best one I could find? That's the reality for most people. Now think about the traditional travel agent model. Someone books a trip for someone else, waits 30, 60, sometimes even 90 days, and gets a small commission. That model has been around for decades. But let's be honest, it's not exactly exciting. And it's definitely not built for scale for the average person. So when I started looking at this, what stood out to me wasn't just travel. It was how this is positioned differently. Instead of trying to sell travel, this is about giving people access to a better way to book it. Because again, people are already traveling. You don't have to convince someone to take a vacation. You just have to show them a smarter way to do it. And that's where this really clicked for me. Think about how simple this becomes. You're not trying to be a salesperson. You're not chasing people down. You're simply having normal conversations. Hey, quick question. If I could show you a way to save money on your next trip, would you want to see it? That's it. Nobody pushes back on that. Nobody says, no, I actually prefer to overpay for travel. So what do? You send them a link, you follow up, and you let the platform do the work. That's what makes this different. Now let's talk about the actual experience for a second, because this is where things get really interesting. Instead of someone spending hours trying to piece together a trip, everything can be put together in one place. Flights, hotels, activities, transfers, even full itineraries. You're not bouncing between 5 different websites anymore. You're not guessing, you're not hoping you found the best option. It's all streamlined. And from a business standpoint, that matters. Because simplicity is what allows something to scale. If something is complicated, people don't do it. But if something is simple, repeatable, and tied to something people are already doing, that's where real opportunity shows up. And that's exactly what this is. Here's another part that stood out to me, ownership. A lot of companies out there don't actually own what they're offering. They're using third-party systems, third-party platforms, third-party tools, which means they don't control the experience. They don't control the pricing. They don't control the direction. But when a company owns its platform, that changes everything. Because now they control the ecosystem. That's what allows them to offer better pricing, better experiences, and a more complete solution. And again, I'm not saying this from an emotional place. That's just how business works. Now let's zoom out for a second. Why are so many people getting involved right now? Because timing matters? This company has been around for years, but what you're seeing right now is the result of everything being built, refined, and positioned. The systems are in place. The platform is built. The model is simplified. And now it's being introduced to a much larger audience. That's why it feels new. Because for a lot of people, it is. And those are usually the moments where the biggest opportunities exist. Not when everyone already knows about it, but when it's just starting to gain traction. So again, this isn't about hype. It's about looking at something logically and asking, does this make sense? Is this something people already do? And is this positioned at the right time? And when you look at travel, the answer is pretty clear. People are going to keep traveling. They're going to keep spending money. The only question is, are you positioned to benefit from it? Because whether you do this or not, that industry is going to continue moving. For me, this just made sense. Simple model, massive industry, something people already do, and a way to plug into it without having to reinvent the wheel. In the next video, I'll break down another piece of this that I think is just as important. And don't forget to join our free travel Facebook community. Just click the link below.